Hey guys, welcome back to the SC Reports podcast. I'm your host, Von Cyrus. Just finished watching the post-game coverage of Alabama and Clemson. I got it wrong, guys. I'm not going to be a baby about it. Alabama beat Clemson 45-40. And this game was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it from start to finish. And let's look at the game. Let's quickly summarize it. First half, Clemson did a phenomenal job on Jake Coker. He got sacked probably 6 times, I believe, in the first half, and they did a great job shutting him down. Now, the problem was Derrick Henry was running wild and had 100 yards in the first half. Also, it's all tied up at halftime, 14-14, and, going into the second half, this is what happens. Clemson shuts down Henry. He doesn't really shut down Henry, but they get him under control. But Jake Coker, all of a sudden the O-line started to do a lot better protecting him. Absolutely lit up the place. I think he had 50 yards probably in the first half, if 50 yards. And he ended with 335 yards. He changed everything around. He probably calmed down because he was in the big spotlight. I'm not sure if that was an issue for him. But whatever he did, whatever happened after halftime, he got it under control. And he went out there and was a real leader for this team. And, he also kind of put the nail in the coffin when he had that 3rd and 9 on Clemson's on Clemson territory, and he got to that first down. It was just everything in this game was phenomenal. And also give credit to Clemson. Clemson did an absolute great job against Alabama, and Deshaun Watson, even with less than a minute to go, rushed that ball downfield, showed great accuracy, got the touchdown, made it 40-45. All he needed is the onside kick, but obviously didn't go for them. Also, something that I want to touch on, I'm not sure if I said it already. Somebody on Bleacher Report actually called the special teams touchdown for Alabama, because they said that Clemson gave up already 2 special team scores, and I was hoping that it wasn't going to happen, but it ended up happening. Kenyon Drake, 95-yard return. And this was just absolutely crazy. I did not expect it to go down like that, but, it happens. And, Deshaun Watson, absolutely crazy QB. I love him. He's done a phenomenal job. I thought he was going to win the Heisman, but Derrick Henry, you can't take anything away from him. He had an absolutely amazing game. Let's look at some stats really quickly here. Deshaun Watson, 30 for 47, 405 yards, 8.6 average, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. As I said, Jake Coker, 16 for 25, 335 yards. He averaged 13 yards, had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. If you look at the rushing game, Derrick Henry, 36 carries for 158 yards, 3 touchdowns. His longest was 50 yards. And Deshaun Watson, 20 carries for 73 yards, no touchdowns. Now, let's look at some things here also that happened in this final game. Derrick Henry passes Alexander for now. He is the leader in the Alabama's rushing total list. And that's absolutely phenomenal. Derrick Henry's the Heisman of this season. He's been phenomenal. He showed in the big moments that he can play. And, that's just absolutely crazy. Also, Nick Saban moves to second among head coaches behind Bear Bryant with 5 overall national titles. And also, Deshaun Watson had a little history, becomes the first FBS player ever with 4,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards in a single season. So that's all those crazy stats there. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I don't think there's anything else I have to say. Like, this game was phenomenal, like I said before. I loved it. Start to finish, great game. I want to hear from you guys. Did you think there was any point in the game where Clemson really just let this one slip away? I definitely thought it was the special teams touchdown. I thought the Howard catch on Alabama, I believe when Coker, it was 2nd and 19. And, oh man, that also was a really bad one. That was also in the fourth quarter. And, there were a lot of parts in this game that you have to look at and say, where did it go wrong for Clemson? They played almost a perfect game. But then again, you have to look at the touchdown that, Deshaun Watson kind of gave away. Pretty bad pass. And of course, the special teams touchdown by Kenyon Drake. So guys, yeah, that's it for this podcast. I'm done. I'm rambling here, and I don't think it sounds really good at the end. But I'm going to stick with it. I want to keep it as fresh as possible. I'm going to post this before I go to bed. So, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.